Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Who's Afraid by Maria Lewis. Now, despite my reservations initially about this book, I met the author at Passing Supernova and immediately wanted to buy the book just by talking to the author because I felt that the author's personality would come out within the book itself. After purchasing it, I opened it and immediately the world around me was just transported to this world of Scotland, New Zealand, this sort of urban fantasy realm, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. The different locations made it feel very worldly, and the main protagonist, Tommy, had a very vibrant and witty sense of humour with a killer fashion sense. The different relationships that were, represented throughout this novel were also good, adding different perspectives on different relationships, from a committed relationship to just a casual relationship. And I liked the fact that when certain events took place, they had an aftermath effect on relationships. That was one thing that I loved about this book, that every action that the main protagonist either came in contact with or did, there was a reaction in her life. It wasn't like you did this bad thing, we're going to forgive you for it or whatnot. There was consequences for actions, and that was good. Really, really felt like Tommy was a good protagonist, as in she found out that she was a werewolf, as it says, but she didn't immediately just say, oh, okay, so I'm a werewolf, fine. She questioned it entirely, and that was one of the fantastic things about this protagonist, is that she questioned what was going on. There is one scene where I think she's like, I should have ran, I had a bad feeling about this, I should have ran, I should have gone away. But no, she gets thrust into this world and she is not a master, she has to learn, and that is one thing that I really praise Maria Lewis for doing, is giving a good chunk of the book to her learning about these powers and what being a werewolf is about. One of my favourite things about this book was the references. Oh my god, were the references and the internal monologues that Tommy had were so hilarious to me. The nanny reference in the beginning caught me off guard, but I laughed about it because, who doesn't love the nanny? And all these sort of like references to older shows, and such a good way to add humour to this sort of dark novel. The cast and characters were diverse, ethnicity, background, jobs, whatever. It was so nice to see a fully fleshed out cast, although some characters, particularly the villains, just felt very cardboard cut out. But since there is a sequel coming, I'm going to reserve my judgment for those characters in the second book. So hopefully the villains get a bit more fleshing out in the second book. But from their introductions, I just get like this creepy sort of vibe from the villains, and that is not good. And finally, I want to talk about Lorcan, however you say it. I loved his role as Tommy's guidance counsellor / teacher of all things supernatural. I felt that was a role similar to Dimitri in Vampire Academy, but Lorcan had enough of his own original characteristics that the only comparison I could find between the two was the job that they had. He helped Tommy get through everything, process everything, and they sort of fell into a romance. I guess, like, it was sort of it was a nice build-up, but yeah, so the end of this novel was just like, okay, I need the next one. When's the next one? Luckily, the next one is coming out in January, and I'm hoping to go to the launch for the next one, so yay me. I greatly enjoyed this. It was a 5 out of 5 novel for me, and for people looking for other books like this, I have a few recommendations that I will show you now. So for another urban fantasy sort of paranormal read, I would recommend Wicked Deeds on a Winter's Night by Kresley Cole. This is also a werewolf book, but Kresley Cole's spin on werewolves is very, very interesting. I really, really love this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and it is one of my favourites in the Malls After Dark series. The next two I have are more paranormal, still urban fantasy, but more towards the paranormal side, and that is Dark Deceit and Species Within by Kimberly Clark and Lauren Dawns. These are perfect because it sort of matches the dark sort of atmosphere that Who's Afraid sort of had, but it's turned up to the max, so I highly recommend those if you're looking for something that's a little bit more darker, but still has got kick-ass characters and interesting plots. And lastly, I recommend for a bit more of the character progression that I like, I really recommend the Midorian Chronicles, which is the 2 books are currently out, Arcanine and Raylia. And these are just got a protagonist that is just as spunky as Tommy, but she's a lot younger, and her natural progression is one of the best. Like, she is one of the best characters that has this natural progression, and she does like Tommy. She questions everything and doesn't just accept it right away. So, yeah. With all that, thank you for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a fabulous day.